previous range. Now we will start from the Excel VLOOKUP. How we use the VLOOKUP with using of Excel VLOOKUP with parameters. Excel have a two parameters range lookup as a 0 and 1. 0 it's mean that exact match, 1 it's mean that approximately match. Now in this session we have considered the VLOOKUP. Now you can show here, this is an example of lookup. Now this is possible with using of VLOOKUP, yes. Here you can see here our data is, this is a for lookup. This is our lookup. Now we will use the VLOOKUP. VLOOKUP have some parameter is employee name, employee number, basic salary, HRA, DA, total. These all are the parameter. Now you can see here employee name is not in a drop down box 1004. We will use the VLOOKUP. What do you mean by the VLOOKUP? First is lookup value. This is your lookup value. Second is your table array. This is your table array. Third is your column index number. Employee name. Employee name, this is your column index number. Column index number is what? Second. And exact match or approximately match, in this session is the exact match. So it will be find the value of exact match, not for approximately match. If you want to use the approximately match, then you can use the true value. If you want to use the exact match, then you can use the false value. Now we will use the basic salary. VLOOKUP, then look up this value, then table array. This is your table array. Then column index number. Column index number is 1, 2, and 3. This is your value is 3, and this is exact match or approximately match. This is an exact match. Now you can see here this value is exact match value. This is your value is exactly matching the value. This is called as the exact match value. Now here is a drop down box is required. Here is a drop down box is required or not? No, drop down box is not required. Why not required the drop down box? If I am saying that I am writing down here 1044, this is NA, and it's a not applicable. 1004, this is called employee name, basic salary. Now the HR. HRA is what? We look up this value, then table array. This is your table array. Column index number is what? It's your 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 4. Exact match, approximately match. It's a exact match value. So it will be written 03. You want to convert into the percentage, you can do this. If it is a DA, then we look up this value, then table array. Column index number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Here is write down 5 and exact match value. This value is exactly match. Now we will use the VLOOKUP with lookup value, table array, then total is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. It's a number 6. And exact match, this is value is exactly match with your data. Now you can see here, every point we will find out, every row and column we will find out this value. We can find out this value. Every particular column we will find the value, every particular value we will find this value. Now here we will f4 this value, function f4 and function f4. This is freeze this value. If b41, this is a freeze this value because this value is a constant value f4. Now you can see here only for the column number is a change, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and so on. In a general sense, always column number is the same from all the value. Now if we can put here the value this one, now drag this value, you can see here automatically value is dragged down. We cannot put this value every one place, otherwise else we will put the value of every one places. So this is very time consuming. So mainly difference between lookup and VLOOKUP is that lookup left to right value, VLOOKUP also left to right value, but every point lookup is created. We can create the every time function with using of lookup. With using of VLOOKUP, we can create only one function. Automatically, all other function it will be work with using of VLOOKUP function. This is a main difference between VLOOKUP. Now, for example, if I put out here, this is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 value. Now, for example, if I'm searching the value on the basis of basic salary, here's some percentage. For example, if you want to, I will do some employee work percentage, employee project complete percentage. For example, if I'm writing down here project complete percentage, if it is a 20%, if the project is completed, if the 0% project completed, then it will be work from no work. If the project is 20% completed, only for some work. If the project is 50% completed, this is called as half work. If the project is 100% completed, it will be called as good work. And if I'm putting here some another value is here. For example, if I'm putting here 18%, almost done my work. This is your criteria for your work. This is all are the criteria for the work. For example, now here the training project is completed 50%, exact 50%, it's a 45%. For example, it's a 95%, and this is a 66%, this is a 76%, for example, 89%, 50%, 40%, 30%, and this is a 55%. This is a completion of your work. Now, what can I do for this? Here, last criteria is your PPT, how the PPT is work completed and 100 work is completed. The last criteria is work completed. It's a work completed. Now, in this scenario, you can do this work on the basis of this project mode. We can use VLOOKUP. This is a lookup value. This is your table array. This is your column index number is what? This is first column index number. This is a second column index number. Table always start the value when you can use your range. Here my range is starting from this one. So this is the first column and this is the second column. This is now the last is exact match, approximately match. If I want to do this is a exact match, it will be not working. Why it is not working? Because my percentage is different. So it will be not working. So in this places, we will go for the approximately match. This is good work. Why it is good work? Here the 1004 it's a PPT. You can see here 1004 is PPT, 66%. 66% is considered in the good work. You can see here this is a good work on the basis of what percentage. But we cannot identify the percentage. We can identify the B32, right? So first we will find out here complete percentage. Now drag this value. We can find out with using of VLOOKUP. Look up this value. Then table array. Column number is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Exact match or approximately match? This is exact match or approximately match? This is exact match because on this basis we have to find out the project grade. How we will find out? This is sorry, we look up and we put the data is here. Now on this basis we have to find out the grade. So how will we find out the grade on this basis? We look up this value, then table array, then exact match or approximately match, column number 2 and approximately match. This is half work completed. Why it is half work completed? This is a 66%. You can see here 66 is not here. But in the last session we will discuss always the lower value consider as a this is half work. For example, if I'm writing down 1010, then this work is it's a B32, sorry. So here we will put the B42. The 55% this is also half work done. If I write down 1002, this is only 20% something, 45% this is only for some work will be do. So at the same places, we will consider that approximately match and exact match value. So it is a very useful from your side when we do the function with the using of this particular value with this criteria. So this is a particular criteria. You can use this criteria. So it will be usable from your side. So you can do anything with using of this one. You can, yes, you can put your 7 column number and drag this value. So it will be work also or not. Yes, this is called a reference error. Why it is called reference error? Because your range is A to F. But now you can see the complete work. This is on the column number G. So we have, if we want to change the column number, so it will be work and now it is considered the same value. So now what do you mean by the VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP have two parameters. One is a exact match, one is a approximately match. Now you can see if I am not writing down anything on the basis of VLOOKUP because this is the optional parameter. If I'm giving it 2, then it's okay. Otherwise, not giving it 2, then also okay. Then table array. This is a table array. Now column index number. This is a 2 number. You can see here Excel is automatically come. Now the number it is not available in the list, then it will be work or not. It is a PHP. It's been that this is a find of data is what on the basis of approximately match. This is a not a exact match. So exact match and approximately match, that is a very different. So you have a particular criteria if you want to use the exact match or you want to use the approximately match. If I write down 1002, then it's working or not? No, because we have put the one extra zero. That's why it will be not working. Now it will be working. You have to use the data validation with using of VLOOKUP if you want to use this. Otherwise, else it is a completely okay for this. If you want to use, then it is a completely okay. You can use this dollar sign. You can use this dollar sign. In the previous session, we will discuss the dollar. If any data is a static, then we will use the dollar sign. If any data is a not a static, then you cannot use the dollar sign. So now this is a completely fine for the dollar sign. Why we use the dollar sign? Why we use the VLOOKUP? So in the lookup and VLOOKUP, 1% we will use the lookup. 90% we will use the VLOOKUP. You can say 90, not, you can also say 99% use the VLOOKUP. But some criteria as a VLOOKUP. What is the criteria of the VLOOKUP? VLOOKUP working left to right, sorting data. You can see here, this is a 100. This is a unique value. If you want to put the data, your name is if the name is coming from 2 times, for example, Excel and Excel come from the 2 times, 2% name is same. On the basis of name, if you want to, you can search this value. This is a completely wrong. It is a not a exact value. It will be searched. So this is a completely wrong value. It will be searched left to right, sorting of data. And yes, if you have a row index number, then not working. If you have a column index number, then working. Now you have a clearly idea about this one. It will be work from row index number or it will be work from column index number. So now you have a clear idea about this, why we use the VLOOKUP with a parameter. In which situation we will use the VLOOKUP? If it is a column index number, if it is a row index number, then it is a different. We will use, if we have a row index number, it's what we will use the HLOOKUP. So now exact match, approximately match. In which situation we will use the exact match? In which situation we will use the approximately match? You know about this situation. If the, for example, if the data is in percentage wise, then completely fine from the exact match. If I'm doing some game with person, then exact match is not required. This is the approximately match. But in the 90% situation, this is a approximately match. Now, exact match. Now you can see here 1015. You can see here this value is NA. It's a not applicable, right? Not applicable, it's been that what? This value is not your list. This is not applicable value. So now if I'm putting here, if error, if any error is come, then value is blank. Now you can see here value is blank. If any value, if it is not perfectly you will be right, then any value it will become. You can put the any other message also. Please select value on list, or number is not available. Now you can see here message is print out, and this is drag this value. You can see here all the message, it is come from this message. Now you cannot put the any message, then what can you do? You can do put out any zero value. Now any value is come from the list, it's perfectly okay. Why we use the not why we not use the double quotes? If the any value with a textual value, it will be come from the double quotes. If any value it's not a textual value, it is a numeric value, then you can put you can put as it is. If the textual value in the Excel you will be put, then you can do the double quotes. If you don't want the textual value, then you can use the only for numeric value. You can put here this numeric value. If I'm saying what is the formula we will use, then we will press the F2. Now you can easily understand that what formula you can use in this argument, so you have a clear idea about the particular value. Now we will need the use of particular this value. Now this is very clear about this if error. If error, we can put the if any error. This is called function about the function. You can see here what is the argument of if error. If error, value if error, then message of if error. Here value is what? VLOOKUP is your value. This is all are your value, and if the error in the value, then value if error message, it is a write down. Okay friends, now we will discuss in the next session for the particular how to run with HLOOKUP and all these things. Thank you.